Hello world. How's it going? Hope you guys are all doing great. If not, as always, I hope it gets better for you. So I did not do the whistle this time. I had to go through all the playlists on the channel and I kept hearing it, and it does get kind of annoying after a while. So I'm gonna try to switch it up a little bit. That way it isn't the same old all the time. And no, we can't see you, Wesley. Wesley wants to show off his bed jumping skills. But anyways, I am here to talk about these discus. Some of you guys who have been following my channel have seen that I got these probably about a month ago. Actually, it has been a month ago since the NEC convention in Cromwell, Connecticut. And these guys were not doing that great when I brought them back. Wesley, what'd I tell you about being quiet, Bubby? Thank you. But, yeah, they weren't doing that great. So I got them in the water. It was like it was a 13-hour trip all the way back. So they did have quite the ride back. And I started off, they were getting some issues with their coats and started getting fin rot. So usually when I see that and the slime coming off and their fins deteriorating, I'll usually go for the fungus cure, the API fungus cure. And this actually was not doing anything. I waited a day. I didn't see anything getting better. So I'm like, okay, that's not gonna do any good. So I'm like, I have to do a different game plan. Changed the water, did a 50% water change, got most of those meds out. And then I tried to hit it with the General Cure and the erythromycin, which I don't have the bottle out here right now. That didn't end up doing anything. And so I had some of this Fritz Guard left over from Aquatics. I was having some guppies have issues with their stress coats or their slime coats from stress. And I used some of this at Aquatics and it worked real well. So I ended up putting it in the tank with the discus. And it ended up making all the difference. Once they were able to get something to actually coat their slime coat to help them, then they were able to naturally fight off what was dealing with them. Whether it be bacterial or fungal, I don't know. But I know that the bacterial and fungal meds were not doing any justice and they were not helping them at all for that situation. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but that's what ended up working for me. So I would definitely recommend the Fritz Guard. I'm not sponsored by them. Jay Wilson did hook me up and they said they love what I do and all that stuff, and he ended up overnighting me some, which was awesome of him. That whole company is awesome as the way they treat people and everything. But anyways, he overnighted me some. I didn't even have to use it though, because just that one dose, what I had left in the bottle, ended up taking care of them. And then they did end up having wasting disease as well, where they were getting real skinny. But I think that came from when I added these guppies in, because they ended up getting the wasting disease as well in their tank. So I did end up hitting them with some General Cure. But now we're a month in, and yeah, they're doing all good. I did lose one yellow, and then I lost a blue one too. The other blue one's down here. And I definitely see why discus are cichlids, because they definitely have pecking orders. They definitely like to pick on the smallest ones. And you do kind of got to watch that, but I'm loving them. I'm probably going to get them down in a 240. I'm kind of wanting to redo the 240. Just there's too much nutrients with all the dirt and that substrate I got in there. It's just too rich. It's hard to fight the green water. So, I don't know. I thought about leaving this as a discus tank, but I think it's also a good breeding tank for other things. And I wanted to put my breeding pair of red melons in here and see if they'd naturally breed off in there. But yeah, I know a lot of you guys were wondering about the update, wondering about these discus and what ended up happening to them. Absolutely love this guy. Look at him. So cool. And I did get a polarizer lens for my phone, so hopefully that'll help. Shout out to you guys who have mentioned those before. See, that guy's still in the corner. He was the one hit the most with that internal internal parasites that I had to use the general cure on. Ty Hunsicker, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. It is very helpful and very appreciated. Here's Wesley's airplane. He says, LRB, can you guess what food my Discus get as a morning snack? It's what fish crave for sure. Thanks. Oh, I could just imagine it's the tetracolor tropical granules. They go nuts for them. I actually feed these guys more than anybody, just to kind of keep the aggression down. Most fish in the fish room usually gets fed once a day. A real good meal, which they got live foods and plants and stuff to eat on, so I know they're not starving. But these guys, I feed them at least 3 times a day, just to kind of keep the pecking down. But I think if I get them in the 240, then it'll give them a lot more space. They'll grow out more. And as far as this tank, I haven't been running any filter, no power head, just nice still water, no air stone. Fish Tube, thank you so much for the support and the $5 super chat. Says, I heard Lucas can walk on water when he's holding tetracolored tropical granules. Shh. I'm not supposed to tell everybody that, Fish Tube. But thank you so much for the support. You guys are awesome. Like, it really does make a difference. Man, yeah, I'm loving these guys. I wish the other blue would have made it. I'm gonna have to get some more blues. Anybody knows I'm a sucker for bluefish, even though these guys are gorgeous. What do you think of Kasuri Wormer Plus? Never used it. If I'm gonna use like a dewormer, I'm gonna use the Pancure C dog dewormer, which is crazy because there has been an article. I'm not gonna say anything, like don't hold me to this or nothing, but supposedly that helps cure some cancers and stuff. There has been some articles on it. It's been real weird. So I'm hoping that the Pancure C doesn't go up in cost, because everybody's like, ooh, we need that. Kaylor's Aquatics, thank you so much for the $10 super chat and the support again, Bob. Says, Lucas, what's coming up for sale? So I do have endlers. I got some killifish on the site, lots of plants. Rainbows I haven't really got up there yet. The weather around here is actually still in the 50s and 40s. And let's see, I think, yeah, tomorrow night is going to be 40, but by next shipping it should be all right. So I haven't put like much for the rainbows or CPDs or anything else. There's a lot of organizing I'm doing right now. Working on the 20 by 20 rack in the guest bedroom, trying to get that out. I just pulled all the substrate out today. And yeah, so it's a battle with everything. There's just not enough time today, but I'm working on it. How are the exos doing? So Buck Rogers, I'm gonna be doing a video on all them soon. Here, probably tomorrow. I got our RCS with stringy poo. What's the preferred treatment? RCS usually have stringy poo. As long as it's brown, you should be good, or whatever he's eating. If he's eating a lot of biofilm, there's a possibility that it's white. If he's eating a lot of algae, it'll tend to be green. If he's eating a lot of tetracolor tropical granules, it could be orange. Just shrimp granny, Ellerbreast, are you ever gonna sell bettas? It's killing me at this point. So if I actually get like an abundant amount, like I've got some of the ones that I raised up, but I don't think I'm ready to sell them yet because I want to breed them outside. Like I know everybody wants my fish, but at the same time I kind of want my fish too, you know? I'm not a fish flipper, but I do know the feeling. Just shrimp granny. And I do hope to get more bred out here this summer. Free RCS or RC simulator says I got ick off of 6 new silver dollars with 84 plus temp and salt. That should probably help you. I know some people do it that way, With ick, I like to use Ruby Reef Kick Ick. It's always done great for me, and it acts fast. It comes with another thing called Rally, which helps their slime coat, and it just like, it's this some kind of stuff that just grabs all the cysts to all the icks, and I've never had any issue of it coming back on me, opposed to like in salt, they can tend to dig themselves in substrate possibly, where it has a better chance of coming back. With the other method, not so much. Fish Barn, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Hey Lucas, do you happen to have any more of those white guppies that you're selling at Aquashella? So I do. Those are the fire and red, or the fire and ice guppies that are on the website right now. But thank you, Mike, for the $5 super chat and the support. But yeah, you see this white guy up there in the corner? Him and the blue one are always kind of off. They've been like that for like a couple weeks, and I think it's the pecking order here. Like, they're always keeping them at bay. He used to be underneath the bulbitis. Get out of there, guy. But his belly did get sunken a little bit. See, he's already getting picked at. Hey, see, they're just little punks. That's why he's been stuck there forever. So they're always hungry. Alright, so I'm going to feed these guys a little bit of food, and then I'm going to hop off here. It's always fun to watch them eat. Little piggies. Yum, yum. Coming up out of the water. Dun, 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 dun. And you see there's a nice coat of biofilm on there. They don't care, though. It's all natural to them. Oh yeah, so you can keep Discus. No filter, none of that stuff. Mother Nature doing her thing. Doing her thing. They look so tiny in this 125 though. Put them in a 240, they're probably gonna look even smaller. This tank's nice though, because it's got a quick water change. It actually goes straight downstairs, plumbed in through the floor. I just open out a valve, whoosh, 50% real quick. Boom, back in. I have to put some over here for these guys. I need to get them guppies out soon though, because mama's looking plump. And that and guppy water and Discus water kind of contradicts each other. I don't even know what the TDS is. It's actually a good question. I don't think anybody asked me, but... Boston, Maine Mike, what's up, my man? Throwing down a $10 super chat. So glad to see you in here. Boston, Maine Mike says, hey, young brother, how you doing? I'm doing good. I'm hanging in there. I'm glad these cichlids made it. Oh, look at that. That's rating 520 on the TDS meter. That's probably because it's mostly meds in there. I've been doing extra line of general cure. Usually go 4 rounds. Did a water change like a couple days ago and did it again just to make sure. But yeah, these Discus from NEC, Boston, Maine Mike. And yeah, hopefully we meet up again, because you forgot your Red Tiger Lotus. I gotta get you on that. But thank you for your support. I'm glad to see you in here. Look, see, they want to eat that too. Like, they're such little pigs. But I like them. Alright. Geez, how much General Cure does that tank was? Oh, so actually, I ended up dropping the water level halfway, because sometimes with internal parasites, this is a good thing too. I'm glad you mentioned this before I hopped off here. So sometimes with internal parasites, it can also affect their swim bladders. So I had a couple that were trying to turn to their side after I was doing their water change. And so what I ended up having to do is drop the water level back down so their swim bladder wouldn't cause them to go sideways. And when I did that, they did all right. Then after that, I only had to dose half the tank. And another reason why I dosed meds again, because if there was any residual and residue up on the other top half, then I'll be killing it as I refill it later down the road. So I actually had this tank halfway full for a couple weeks. But that's a nice little trick to help with the swim bladder, is take that pressure off of them, because it's less weight on their swim bladder. Then they'll have a better chance of being able to bounce back from it and let their bodies heal themselves. Dude, so cool. Love that guy. Alright, so yes, very, very good question. So I'm gonna hop off here before this gets way too long. And Patrick Nedley, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Says, have you ever considered writing a book? Matter of fact, I have multiple times. I've got it on a list, a couple notes and whatnot already to do so. And then I also got a friend who loves to write. I don't like to write. That's the big reason why I haven't written a book, why I don't work office work and that kind of stuff. I do not like to write. And she does, so hopefully we can collaborate and get something done. And yeah, should be cool. So hope you guys learned something. Hopefully this will help save some other fish out there. And yeah, till next time, everybody, peace. Have a great one. Thank you all for the support, for watching and hanging out. Do 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 do.